What will you find at this year's book fair? You'll find haunting stories, creepy stories, stories of rebellion. You'll find roller derby action, stats and facts on the world's biggest blockbusters, adventurous stories from top of the world. Come to your Scholastic Book Fair, where you'll find all this, plus more. You'll find the books kids want to read.
Serafina's father had told her many times to stay hidden in the basement of Biltmore Estate. To never let herself be seen. By anyone. But one night, deep in the darkened corridors, everything began to change. She was a creature of the night, but becomes something much more. Serafina and the Black Cloak.
Character isn't defined by the battles we win or lose, but by the battles we dare to fight.
Bone-chilling winds fierce enough to blow you and your tent off the mountainside. Navigating razor-sharp ice fields and climbing along 1,000-foot drops. Temperatures dropping to 40 below. Hypothermia, lack of oxygen, and crippling exhaustion. It takes superhuman endurance against the odds to climb the highest summits of the world. And this is what Jordan Romero faced at the age of 10. By 16, Jordan succeeded where others failed. He climbed the famed 7 summits and became the youngest person ever to do so. No Summit Out of Sight is a true account of a young man who often reached his breaking point, but never gave up. Even when caught in an avalanche, travel the world. Experience the true scope of what it takes to climb the most difficult mountains on the planet and live to tell about it. Discover No Summit Out of Sight by Jordan Romero at your Scholastic Book Fair.
I never thought I'd move into a haunted house at 16.
It's creepy. I prefer creeptastic.
The Haunting of Sunshine Girl started on YouTube and then became a series of books and is soon going to be a TV show. Sunshine, the main character, is named because she is sunny and bright, even if things around her are scary. Shortly after moving into this creepy house, some strange things started to happen. I decided to document it, put up a few videos on YouTube, and lo and behold, people kind of liked it. And now people are really watching and it's doing quite well. But don't worry, if you haven't watched any of the videos, the book will still make sense.
Well, I couldn't find anything.
In Sunshine's adventures, she has a best friend. His name is Nolan, and people think he's cute. And also an art teacher, Victoria, who's very helpful, but extremely odd. The book is kind of scary. Sunshine takes photographs of the ghosts in her house to prove to her mom that it's actually happening. Her mom may not believe her, but Nolan does. With Nolan's expert help, they find out there's a man at a university who can help them figure out exactly what Sunshine is, which is a loose siege.
Loose siege.
Wait, you don't know what a loose siege is? You should read the book. If you want to pick up your very own copy of The Haunting of Sunshine Girl, you could do it at your Scholastic Book Fair.
From Disney Descendants comes exciting books featuring favorite characters from the Disney Channel original hit movie. Watch Watch Disney Descendants only on Disney Channel and look for great Disney Descendants books at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Meet Jack Sullivan. He's your average teenage kid in a not-so-average situation. This is Quint, Jack's dorky best friend and major geek. June Del Toro, Jack's big crush. She's smart, independent, and not really interested. And finally, there's Dirk Savage, a used-to-be middle school bully, now a protector and slayer of monsters. These are the last kids on Earth. Together, they form a small army of misfits ready for battle in the monster apocalypse. From their treehouse fort, they take on hordes of zombies, winged wretches, and an extremely large, drooling, slimy monster they call Blarg. It's end-of-world fun with wisecracking humor, hideous monsters, and masses of undead neighbors. Don't be the last kid to read The Last Kids on Earth at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Enough! This is nothing. It's calculus. It's too much. There are bigger problems in the world than this. I can't do this anymore. I can't. I just can't. Why are you making me do this?
Whoa, play it again.
Yeah, that's me. Not one of my better days, and yes, it's gone viral. When I first saw this, I thought I would die. Instead, I just left town. You're probably asking, what would cause this epic meltdown? For starters, I'm an overachiever, and I had my list of goals. It didn't help that my mom kept pushing me to be the best, but look at where it got me.
I can't do this anymore.
But after my freak out performance, I made a new list that I call the Now List. It's everything from learning to ski, to sleeping till 8, to just breathing. Oh, and one my friend Josie made me add, kiss a cute snowboarder. And I'm taking my list to Tahoe, where I'll live with my biological dad, who mom left when I was like 3. I don't even remember it. So here I am in this strange town with a bunch of new faces and a dad I barely know, and this cute snowboarder that I just can't stop thinking about. I'm not sure if I'm ready, but I need to make this change, and the time is now. The possibility of now. Look for it at your Scholastic Book Fair.
My name is Victoria Jamison. I'm the author and illustrator of the graphic novel Roller Girl. I decided to write the book Roller Girl because of my love of roller derby. And I played the sport for about 5 or 6 years. And I love the sport so much, so I knew that I eventually wanted to write a book about roller derby. Astrid is a 12-year-old girl who goes to a roller derby bout and decides that she wants to play. Astrid learned about roller derby through her mom. Roller derby is a sport played on roller skates, and it involves one jammer, who is the one responsible for scoring all the points. And she tries to get past the other team's blockers, who are trying to block her and hip check her and keep her from getting those points. Seeing her first bout, Astrid was enthralled, and she loved the sport and knew that she immediately wanted to play. So Astrid decided to join the roller derby camp, while her best friend decided to go to ballet camp. And so it's really a story about two best friends who are discovering different interests and going their own separate ways. Losing her best friend and growing apart from her best friend and not knowing how to stop being best friends with her is the real crux of the story, the real problem that Astrid's facing in Roller Girl. When Astrid goes to roller derby, the professionals make it look very easy, and she thinks it's going to be easy to pick up, but it's much more difficult than she imagined. She barely knows how to skate. She falls down when she goes to skate at the rink with a bunch of little kids. She just really had that desire to succeed, and that overcame all of the bruises that she got, all the falls and tumbles that she took. She just had that vision of success in her mind, and she worked towards it. Roller Girl is a graphic novel about roller derby, which is full of excitement and fast skating and big hits. But it's also a book about friendship and what it can be like when you lose your best friend and how difficult it can be when your friendships start to change. Get on down to your Scholastic Book Fair and pick up your copy of Roller Girl.
Rue McCabe is about to send a text that will change her life. If only she could go back in time for just 5 seconds, she might not be where she is today. Paralyzed and silent. Everyone thinks she's in a coma.
She's completely unresponsive.
But she's not. She has locked-in syndrome. Trapped inside her own body, she can hear and understand everything. And she is screaming to be heard. Her sister Tilly suffers with overwhelming guilt because only she knows that she was texting Rue at the time of the accident.
Rue, I am so sorry.
Even worse, Tilly is having feelings for Rue's boyfriend as they grow closer during this traumatic time. Will Rue be able to communicate to her sister that she is awake inside her paralyzed body? And can they ever rekindle their special connection when all the truths are revealed? Best-selling author Luann Rice will keep you riveted as you find the answers in the secret language of sisters at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Are you a big fan of mega-hit blockbusters? Can't get enough of the stats on the stars. What's the hottest, greatest, most fantastic entertainment buzz on the street? It's all here in the Guinness World Records 2016 Blockbusters. Find out about the biggest movies, insane collectors, and outrageous gatherings. Who are your favorites? From television to toys, animation to robotics, everything that turns you on, anything worth talking about. It's all in Guinness World Records 2016 Blockbusters, and it's at your Scholastic Book Fair.
The Kingdom of Norta, divided by blood. The blood of citizens is either red or it is silver. The Reds work as slaves to the Silvers, or they are sent off to fight in a war that isn't theirs. The Silvers live as elites with vast riches. They rule the world because their blood gives them special powers. Powers like mind control, telekinesis, and super strength. This is how it's been for hundreds of years, until Mare. She has a power no one has ever seen, and she has red blood. So why is the king forcing her to play the role of a silver princess? Can she help the Red Rebellion? If you're a fan of The Hunger Games or Divergent, then pick up Red Queen, available at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Look for these exciting books and more at your Scholastic Book Fair, a place where you'll find the books that you want to read. Your Scholastic Book Fair. It's the place to be. It's where you open a world of possible.